All right, good morning, everyone. My name is Nate Sirota. I'm with the Honolulu Department of Parks and Recreation. Thank you for joining us here at Beretania Community Park for our announcement about Summer Fun 2024. So we are back this year. We're aiming to serve about 10,000 keiki and teens at about 60 sites around Oʻahu for the 2024 Summer Fun program. But in order to do that, we need approximately 500 staff to help keep them safe, to help create the programming, and really just to have fun with the kids. So one of the things that a lot of parents are going to know right off the bat is, how do I sign up my kid for Summer Fun? So registration is going to begin on Monday, May 13th at 5 o'clock. We're going to be doing it primarily online like we did last year through our pros software. A big shout out to our Department of Information Technology for continuing to help us with that program. It's been fantastic, incorporating more and more of our online services to that pros software. So that website is pros.hnl.info. And registration is going to be conducted through Geographic Park District. So on that Monday, May 13th, it's going to be District 1, which is East Honolulu, from Macaulay District Park to Hawaii Kai. Tuesday is going to be District 2, District 3, and District 4, and so on and so forth. And really, registration is going to be open until a site is full. What we do with our registration is we set the physical capacity of the Summer Fun site as the registration amount. But what's going to happen is, if that site does not have enough staff, the families that can't be accommodated will be waitlisted until we can bring new people on board. So again, the more staff that we have, the more keiki we can accommodate. So we really thank you folks for getting the message out, and for the community to help us get these young adults and anyone who's interested in working for Summer Fun to us, so that we can get their applications and hopefully get them in the parks this summer to help with this amazing enrichment opportunity. And so one of the main things that we want to focus on here today is that recruitment effort. And really, Summer Fun is a legacy program that we have here at the Parks Department. It's our most popular keiki and teen program. It's been around since 1944. It actually started at the tail end of World War II to help with the engagement of children as the adults were occupied with the war effort. So to talk about more about the importance of the program here in the islands, I'd like to welcome the 15th Mayor in the City and County of Honolulu, Mayor Rick Blangiardi.
Thank you, Nate.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. Well, look, we're very excited about Summer Fun, and I would tell you that we've set the bar very high this summer for ourselves in looking at the numbers that we want to serve. You know, and Nate's already talked about, we really are hoping for a minimum of 10,000 kids, but that's all predicated on having program leaders and hopefully junior leaders too, for great enriching experience, come forward. So we're looking for 500 because that's the magic number, so we can serve 10,000. But I can promise you, each and every year since we've been in office, the numbers have grown with Summer Fun, and the programs have gotten better and better. There's been a lot of off-season planning, if you will. I think what's in store for the kids this summer is going to be absolutely great. So I kind of want to challenge the community, both parents out there who have kids who are looking for summer jobs, tell them this is a great one. If you've got younger ones and you want them to enroll in Summer Fun, please do that. This is a chance for great community participation and something that is really nothing but healthy and wholesome, and I'm really proud of that. And who can tell you best is Laura Thielen. I'm going to introduce her, our wonderful Director of Parks and Recreation, Laura Thielen.
Thank you, Mayor. So we're very proud of the Summer Fun program. As Nate talked about, it has a very long history. But over the last few years, we've been doing a lot of work on improving it even more. And so we've been taking our federal COVID relief funds. We're making it free for students or kids that are in Title I communities. And we're also providing more enrichment programs free of charge for the youth in those areas. But for people who are looking at applying for a job in Summer Fun, we're making the program itself a lot more interesting and engaging to work in. We're focusing on building leadership in the youth, but also in our junior leaders and our new program leaders. We're also looking at growing a sense of place and health and wellness. And so we're coming up with outcome-based activities, and it becomes a more interesting place for people to work. And we hope that we get more people that will come on in. We've been taking advantage of new partners with groups like Center for Tomorrow's Leaders, RISE, and Kupu to bring in more variety in our programs and more variety in the leadership. And so it brings in a more interesting group of summer leaders that work with the kids. And we'd like to introduce today some of our partners, including from Centers for Tomorrow's Leaders, so people can see the type of youth that are coming on in, and hopefully we get more people that are going to be applying for the jobs. We have no shortage of kids that apply. to go into summer fun and for the families that need summer fun, but we really want to bring in more of these leaders that can help us run the program, and then we can partner with you on opportunities going forward after the summer as well. So should I introduce Center for Tomorrow's Leaders?
Yeah, for Louie as well, yeah.
Okay, so I'd like to bring up now Louie, who is one of the students at McKinley, who's been in Centers for Tomorrow's Leaders, who is helping us recruit.
From McKinley High School, and I'm a part of the Center for Tomorrow Leaders program. So I'm a third year, so our focus is more on the general community, and so our focus happened to be Parks and Rec, because we found that the concept of aloha aina, or loving the land, is kind of a generally dying concept, in the fact that a lot of people don't really look into like their parks and like what's offered to them in terms of like, you know, opportunities throughout the community, such as these parks. And so we were looking to increase the incentive to care for these parks through the summer fun programs. And so what my group has done specifically is increased marketing for recruitment. So we've done a lot of outreach. So we've reached out to Honolulu Community College and Windward Community College to reach out to young adults to fulfill these roles, to allow more keiki to take the opportunity to be in summer fun. We've also worked on increasing the amount of resources available in terms of marketing. So our operations group has created a lot of advertisement resources that the Parks and Recreation could use. And we're continuing to look into getting more young adults to fulfill these roles, to allow more of our keiki to learn more about our land and just generally care for them when they bring Hawaii's next chapter.
On top of summer fun, we also have our regular enrichment classes that we offer at our parks. So every season or every year I should say, we have a spring, summer, and fall lineup of classes. Everything ranging from learning to swim, dodgeball, arts and crafts, dance, board games. We have an amazing variety of thousands of different classes in our parks. And so registration for that is going to be the week after summer fun registration. It's going to be a similar type of dynamic where it's by geographic park district, online through our Parks and Recreation online system. And I should also mention that if folks do not have internet or computer access, we do still do in-person appointments for registration, particularly for classes that require payment. So with that, I will open it up for any questions from you folks. Yes?
So if you guys don't reach the 500, what will happen next?
So as I mentioned before, we register the physical capacity of each summer fun site when we open it online. And then if based on the staffing, we may have a wait list. And so as we bring more staff on, we can accommodate more of that wait list and whittle it down. So if we don't get enough staff on time, we unfortunately have to keep those folks on a wait list until we get that more staff. Again, that's a scenario that we really want to avoid as much as possible. We want to make this as accessible to as many parents and as many families as we can. And so that's why we have this call out to get as many staff as possible. It's a seasonal job, so that's why every year we really need to get the word out about getting more recruits, because we have a good amount of staff that come back every year. But as you imagine, a lot of the folks that come to work for Summer Fun are college students, and they may be progressing in their careers and have more opportunities. That's perfectly fine. But we need to keep the pipeline going of staff to really keep this program going. And as Mayor said, keep raising that level of amount of kids that we're accommodating and really keep the quality. Director Thielen failed to mention, but that the cost of Summer Fun is no more than $125 per student. It's a $25 registration fee and then up to $100 for an activity fee, which includes things like excursions to Kualoa or Hanauma Bay. And so for a 6-week program that's $125, that's extremely affordable. And so we want to be able to keep this service alive for as many families as possible. And again, the more staff that we get, the more that we can accommodate. It's 8 weeks, excuse me. Yeah.
That's okay. I'm going to step in. Is it okay again?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's actually an 8-week program, but I don't know if we mentioned this. This job is just slightly under 40 hours a week, but it pays very well. It pays between $16 and I think $19.10 an hour. It's just a great summer job for young people home from college or anybody who's interested in leadership. And again, if we get enough junior leaders as well, it's a great enrichment program that way as well. So there's just benefit all the way around. It's a great experience if you're somebody who's working as a program leader, and it's a lot of fun and rewarding, because the kids, they basically really look up to these people and they play a big part in their lives. And we've made the pay really competitive for really a summer job. So it's an 8-week program for our program leaders and opportunity for junior leaders in enrichment. And really, quite honestly, we're hoping we're going to have more than 500. I refuse to think we're going to have less than 500, because I know that to do 10,000 kids If we can get that done this summer, it will be a great contribution to our community. Think of all that many kids. Try to visualize 10,000 kids in various parks like this going through a summer program at their ages with their friends and the things that we have planned for them. It's just about as wholesome as you can get around the island. So we're really excited about this. And that's why I said I want to kind of challenge the community to help us, because we can only do so much. I can promise you, as you heard Laura say, this program has a lot of really good dynamics to it. And as Laura also said, the kids in the tough areas, it's going to be absolutely free for. We're doing everything we can to help our young people, not only enjoy this summer, but to stay safe and have it be very worthwhile for them. So please, I'm challenging all the parents out there. If you got a child old enough to be a program leader, encourage them. Or someone you think would be a junior leader who you're looking to see and have them have a really good leadership experience, have them sign up for that. And of course, we want to have everybody who've got young keiki, who they're wondering about what they can do for this summer, to sign up for Summer Fun.
Another benefit I want to talk about is a lot of parks and recreation staff started out in the Summer Fun program, and what they found is that they really loved working in parks and they love working with people. You can see behind me some women who are practicing some dance and martial arts in the park, and it's hard to find a workplace around that has this kind of activity. That sense of place is really important if you like to work with your community. Not only do you work with the youth during the summer, but we have enrichment programs year-round. We have kapuna clubs and a number of other activities, and our recreation staff put these together. So many people enjoy the work over the summer so much they'll apply for a full-time job, and we have a lot of people that have worked their whole careers doing this type of work, and it's really a meaningful work. And I want to thank Louis also for pointing out the sense of place. We wanted to incorporate that into our curriculum for the Summer Fun and for other programs as well. Oʻahu is changing in the demographics, and we have a lot of people that were not born here or raised here who live here. And so we want to incorporate that sense of place, that sense of aloha into our programs so we can help make sure that we perpetuate it over time. And so anybody who's interested in that type of work, we'd really welcome your participation. So families, working parents do need a place for their children, a safe place for their children to be during the work day, and that can be provided at parks. It's also very important for a lot of lower income families because the cost of the market rate for childcare can be very expensive. And a lot of families, if they can't find an option, especially for the tween-age years where they could be a junior leader in our programs, they may be sitting at home. And then that becomes, either boring for the kid or also could engage in activities that are not really good for the kids. I know a lot of youth services, they'll call the 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. the dangerous time. And we don't want summer to become a dangerous time for these kids where they're not in a supervised activity or a group activity. Summer Fun does provide, those soft skills that are really important to success in life. The junior leader programs also provide that, and then also for people that come on in to work. It helps you work in a group environment. It helps you gain a lot of skills that are very useful in your future career, and it's really helpful for the youth as well that are in the programs.
From my point of view as like a younger person, I do believe that these Summer Fun programs are crucial because it's important to instill these ideas of leadership and initiative in younger minds, just because it's important for Hawaii's next chapter in the aspect that the next portion of Hawaii might not be the brightest, just because there's not a lot of younger people looking into leadership positions. They're more under the impression that they should just follow a set role or set path rather than pursuing something else. So having more keiki within these Summer Fun programs would create a more brighter future, in the sense that our younger people would be more incentivized to look towards bringing a positive change and reaching out more. So by having more keiki within these programs and by having more mentors to allow these keiki to take these opportunities, we allow Hawaii to have a generally brighter future. So I just really think it's important to instill leadership ideas and just the idea of initiative within these younger individuals.